that's an
being a tote.
eyesore,
Yeah.
it had,
No,
whatever.
it should be like it is now.
It is, exactly,
It should
like it
be
is
like
now,
that.
whatever's in the tote, that's all you pick up,
Yep.
All garbage should be in a tote.
in a tote,
I mean,
yeah.
there's always gonna be that.
It tries to get by,
Well, but there's always like right around Christmas time, Thanksgiving time.
and I overlooked that because you expect that, you're gonna have extra garbage. You won't hear no complaints out of me on them days, on that. The only time you'll hear anything out of me is when I have somebody chronically leaving 6 bags outside their tote, and I've sent them notice and I've told them, and they continuously do it. Then I just won't pick it up, and I'll probably get a hold of them and say, hey, so and so at this address is just continuously and because I don't want you guys mad at me thinking that I'm going by and just leaving garbage on the ground, because I won't do that. But
I would rather just everything has to go in a tote and be done with it.
oh yeah, me and you both, because that's what they're paying for. They're paying for one tote where you can close the lid, not stack it up this high, the lid's open, and then or you get the lid closed, and then you put 4 more bags on top of it. So I
Animal
get
gets
that
in
all the
it,
time.
rips it all apart.
Yeah. So anyway,
well, Mr.
Thank
Wallace, thank
you.
you very much.
thank you, and look forward to hearing from you.
All right.
Thanks a lot.
I appreciate it.
You guys have a good evening.
Have a safe trip home.
Thank you.
You wanna go around to each person and then do the agenda, or whatever you wanna do?
Yeah, I don't think yeah, I mean, I don't have, well, the one thing I do have that's, we already talked about the health fund paying for the bond issues. This kind of was brought up to me from Shayna Sloan about, what do you guys think about buying a defibrillator for the concession stand? She had brought it up, wondering if that would be
We
something
should be able to
to
get
do.
it free from the Red Cross
That's
or,
gonna
The baseball field?
Yeah, with the concession stand, yes.
I don't think you have to pay for that.
I don't
Okay.
think you do either. I think
Well, since
they're-
we own
they're
that
free
village, she
from
was just
somebody.
thinking, so we can probably look into that.
The only thing you'd have to do is just keep up on the pads, because they do
Yeah.
expire.
Somebody has to, have it, there's a little place to
Okay.
check off that the batteries have been checked, and,
Yeah, we can look into it.
no, I think they should be everywhere.
Yeah,
I'd love to see one in our church.
yeah, we got them everywhere at work, but we don't even have one at our church.
I was gonna say, they went around the county and put them, we have them in our
Okay.
cars and everything.
No, I think that's fine, it's just we gotta find out, she needs to find out where you can get them,
Okay.
have her contact.
The school maybe even, because didn't they get them for free?
Well, I think they do through the life safety grant or something.
Yeah.
And I can check with Brian, we might be able to get
Because the
something
school
too.
might be able to get them because of
Yeah.
being,
Yeah.
The baseball field.
yeah,
I'll ask, well,
It's
that's
schools.
not on, is that on school
Schools.
property?
that's school.
Well, but we own
Well,
the building.
We own the
Oh, yeah,
concession
we do.
building.
stand. Yeah.
But the,
But you can use it for school activities.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it would be used for school activity. Yeah, you're
So
right.
it's still technically,
so you might want to contact Courtney or whoever
I
to-
can.
and just ask
Oh,
them,
that's a great idea.
see if the school
I'll
can
ask
get one,
Ed
because they get
also
theirs
to
for
see
free.
where we get ours.
And as a matter of fact, I think the school used to get their pads too for free.
Okay.
And because I know there's been times that when I was on the ambulance, we switched pads out with them and then
Yeah.
they'd give them back to us, like if there's expired,
Expired,
and we had
yeah.
extras or whatever.
Well, is Charlie Brown still the baseball coach?
I think
Yeah.
So.
Probably
Yeah.
talk to him, then he could check on all
Do
that.
we have one here at City Hall and at the library?
No. I don't think.
lodge.
There's one at the
Yes, there's one at the lodge.
Cause they didn't they change the statute that you had to have them in public?
Might have. I really don't know.
I'll ask, I'll
Yeah.
find out.
I don't think so, Gary.
I don't think
I
so.
was
I don't
thinking
think
they-
it's mandatory yet. I wished it was.
I was thinking they changed that during COVID, that was one of the things that they passed through, that if you had a public building or a public auditorium, that you had to have a defibrillator. I'll have to look.
Yeah.
They
I
may have
don't know.
proposed it and it didn't make it through, but I remember it coming up. I'll find out. Alright, do you have anything to?
No, that's got my little brain going though, just thinking about, like, does the brewery have one?
I don't know.
I was just thinking about downtown, this whole section, during like the farmer's market and stuff.
The hall may be the only one,
This is the, yeah,
I would probably
Bromwell's the only
say,
one.
yeah.
or
Yeah.
the fire station, I'm sure they have.
No, I don't have
What they do in
anything.
the ambulance.
Anything for?
I do have something. I know my printer's only probably about a year old, but it's shooting crap skin. It's taken more of my checks through, like it's taken 2 and 3 checks through, and I'm having to void a bunch of checks, so I'm doing the same thing as last time. And I know these checks aren't cheap, but I'm voiding a bunch of checks because it's not taking one sheet at a time. So I'm looking to get a printer, but nothing like this one. Something a little nicer, like maybe a laser type of a printer that's gonna last longer than a year. Cause I feel like both of those, I mean, I don't know when they received that first one, but I had just gotten this one, exact same one, and it's doing the exact same thing, and I probably haven't had it a year yet.
So I say spin it up to what, 500?
I would think I could get a laser printer for 500 or less.
Yeah.
I mean, we're probably wasting that in checks the way it's going right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Staples would be definitely.
yeah, I was just gonna have
sure.
Janet, if she doesn't mind, try to help me get one.
Okay.
Ours to Best Buy.
Or Best Buy, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's just these little cheap ones here. I just think the tread on them just don't last very long.
Right.
And as many
Well,
checks
we're
as we
sure
run, it
Mhm.
just. I mean, it's still print.
Yeah.
It just sometimes you get an extra sheet in there. Well, I can't have that with checks because I have to have my numbers
Right.
matching when they print.
Okay. Ross, you have anything?
Alright, nothing.
I didn't have anything.
Well, also, we do need to call Wes Horton to come and look at this drain that's in here behind us. It is completely full and the air conditioner cannot dump. So we're not having problems with some standing water.
Okay.
So, she's already sent Wes a message to come and take a look at it. So just to give you guys kind of a heads up.
Jack used a snake today and got his hand down there and couldn't get anything.
Yeah, it probably since the building was built, they probably never been cleaned out. So, and you can look in there, I mean, you can see the water standing.
Oh.
So,
Ugh.
yeah, it's
That's one.
not good. So just give you a heads up, but that's all I got other than the agenda items.
Alright, so we'll run through the agenda. The electrical charging station.
Yeah,
is
he's-
he gonna come?
He is gonna come do a presentation. He's supposed to send me a present, you know, what it'll be, but I've not heard from him. But he is still planning to come to talk about the charging stations. And then we will also vote to allow him to be the participating private entity
Okay.
to do it. And that's,
Motion to approve Cary Farms as participating private.
oh, yeah, that's
entity.
just the second thing.
Is
That's
that
just
the
to
same
allow
one?
him to
Okay.
do it, yeah, through the grant.
Okay.
Yep.
Motion to approve the lease.
Yeah, so that's from the, so I like to get into doing it every fiscal year.
Okay.
So it'll be, and I went through all the minutes. There's nothing out there that's pending. The only thing that is we have yet to buy the ground for the water plant. That's the only thing, and it was in the June 1st, 2022 minutes. We just haven't bought it yet, but everything else has been done and dealt with. So nothing else is in there like
About
pending.
that anyway.
So I've got the dates, and I say we'll just go ahead and approve. So it'll be like January 5th, February 7th, March 2nd, April 4th, May 4th, July 6th, November 2nd. Those are all of 2022. And then for 2023, it'll be January 4th of 2023 and April 5th of 2023.
Alright. Motion to approve the serving liquor from age 21 down to 18.
Yeah, so the Naughty Pine and then also Tom Dooley had came to me at Assumption Fest. I kind of been hearing it out that were interested in it, but then they actually formally came and asked me, and so I just wanted to bring it up to you. If this is something you guys want, do already want to table it, we talk about it through police committee on changing it from 21 to 18. That is we have that right. I did talk to the State Liquor Commission, and we have that right to do it. I did kind of talk to Brian. Brian is okay. We just want to really make sure that they are checking the licenses and not, giving their friends booze that's 18.
So does Christian County, so Macon County has the thing where 18 to 21 year olds go in and basically take a short certification
They
class.
do have to take, yes.
And they get, more or
Mhm.
less, it's a liquor serving license as an underage person.
Yeah.
Park District uses that, several
Mm-hmm.
venues in Macon County have that. I'm assuming Christian County.
I'm
would
assuming
already
too,
have
because
that.
I heard that you had to take a test. I mean,
So would we?
But we don't offer
You have to do
that.
like a Bassett, something test
Yeah.
to be
Well,
able
because
to.
I'm
Is it?
wondering if the county already has that 18 to 21 year olds, will we just, all we need to do is modify our ordinance? and
When I
follow
called the
county?
state, they said it's up to us. We would be the ones that would have to change it.
Do we have, what's the ordinance now?
It's only for 21-year-olds.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So we would change it to 18.
And then they would have to just follow the county guidelines as
yeah.
far as any certification.
I mean, are you happy with putting it up, or do you wanna?
There's been several incidents at Naughty with young age already coming.
Well, I
in
mean,
there
I've mentioned that to Renee. She's one of it, because she thinks that they could get more help if they went that route. Same with 1905. I mean, I can have them come and spill their case at the council meeting.
Yeah, Waco lets 18-year-olds.
Just when we could do, I didn't know what they did.
Yeah, Waco changed theirs to 18s, so.
That's
Okay.
very surprising.
Waco doesn't
Me
even
too.
have a bar
Yeah.
there.
We could
Yeah, but
even
they
let you
use
have
it at
beer,
the golf
period,
course
for
and-
Well, I understand, yeah, the golf course and
Crawford.
Crawford's,
Oh,
but they
yeah,
don't have a
golf course.
bar.
They don't have a bar.
I feel like a bar is a little different than, I feel like the bar is a little
probably did it
different than
just
even
because of the
1905, to be
golf
honest. I'm not trying to cut anybody
Yeah,
out.
no, yeah.
But, I mean, I feel like DJ's is a restaurant that people just don't sit in there and just get, it's not a bar.
I'm not
Yeah.
sure the 18, 19, 20-year-olds can mix. I don't know that they can mix drinks and stuff. I think they can serve alcohol, but I don't think they can. I'm not remember what, because I know Macon County's had
So
it for
Renee wants it
years.
for the help?
That was her reasoning, was for
She
help.
brought that up to me last week.
Yeah, she was going around to Alderman at Assumption Fest. She came up to me, and I think she cornered Travis.
I think the brewery asked them first.
Well, the brewery was running it around. They never formally came to ask me, and then they finally came and asked me at Assumption Fest.
Well, then
But
would,
yeah,
that,
it's been running around town, but nobody formally came to
would
ask.
that let Casey's sell it then?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, because I
Be
think they have
all-
to be 21 to
Be
sell it.
Kim's
Yeah.
and
Check it out.
Casey's and Freedom and
Yeah.
every
Well,
place,
I mean,
yeah.
we can narrow it down to where they can't mix drinks, or they can
Probably,
serve.
I don't-
But
Well, because when you go to county market, the little checker is, not 21, so you gotta go to the next one, so that would be selling it.
Yeah,
So,
so they can.
They can't
do
have-
that.
I
So they can well, at least in Macon, they can, because they just have to go get that certificate in order to be exempt from the rule. They've had that for almost 10 years now.
county market, I gotta move to the next person.
The county market may not want to pay for the person to go through the
Walmart,
class. and all of
Kroger's,
this.
Yeah.
all of those,
And
yeah.
retail may be different from,
That's
'Cause
true
like-
too, it could be different with retail.
because the park districts had that certification for
retail would be different?
almost
They
10
don't
years.
do
10 years,
much.
They
yeah.
have
Actually,
never,
They're not open.
I know in that
Serving
time
it.
period, they had never had a problem with it. It's just understood that if you get caught, you're gonna lose your liquor license. That's how
No,
you
you're-
enforce
So
it.
then are you gonna allow people to be 18 and stay in there all night, even if they're not drinking? I mean, if you're gonna allow your
If you're not working,
bartender.
no.
Yeah, no, I mean, it is, you're right, I mean, it does raise that issue.
I mean, there's gonna be a lot of things I think that you're gonna have to make clear with this if
Yeah.
Well, if you're
you do.
Drinking
Well, I think
and
Renee
work
would
is
know
two
that too. She doesn't
Mhm.
let people.
Oh, no, I'm not
So-
saying, that she would, but I'm just
Yeah.
saying, because some people's gonna be like, oh, now that I can serve at 18, I can go in the bars at,
Right.
after 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
I'm just saying you've got to make things clear to
Yeah.
people.
I think it's one of those things where you allow it, but you make it clear if you
Penalties,
if
you
you
have to
screw
caught.
this up, the penalty is you lose your liquor license. And if it's that worth it to them for that risk, then they'll either police it themselves very closely,
Closely.
or they'll say, you know what, never mind, we're not that interested.
So it's to let them work and sell alcohol and also just to be in there.
Well, unless you
No,
work,
just
To be in there,
it
just
would
to work.
Just to
Just
work.
to work,
it would
Just to
still
work.
be the.
Just to work.
Don't we
Yeah.
So
have
that's
an
the-
ordinance for that they can't be in.
I think we do, I'm
Alcohol
not
establishments.
100% for sure.
Yeah.
See, it kinda gets mixed in with state law and regular
I thought it
ordinance.
was 9 o'clock.
I thought,
I
if
think,
you're
I
not-
just started to say that too.
I think it's
It is
9 o'clock, I think we do have
Yeah,
that.
if you're not on the clock, you should, and it's past
Yeah.
the curfew time.
Alright, well, we'll put it up there, we have, like I said, we can have further discussion on it at
I could see
council.
where Renee would want it, like, just for the fest, the serving of the food was incredible.
Yeah.
So just somebody being like, cooking the food,
Mhm.
I could see where she would need that.
I could see you could have 18, 19, 20-year-olds helping, basically as bar backs.
Mhm.
They can be running
Yeah.
drinks, they can be doing stuff, as it is right now,
Washing,
they can't do
washing.
anything.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
Makes sense.
runs entitlement.
Alright, motion to approve the TIF application for Naughty Pine, we'd already gone through all that.
We did, this time it is for the naughty, we did Renee,
The
oldies.
oldies we did last time.
Okay, so
Okay.
this is actually not.
And I did talk to Renee, this is during the same conversation, it's like, if you guys don't wanna give her the full amount, I don't know what,
That's 5,000?
That's what she told me, 5,000, but I don't have it. Bunch of other stuff. We can give half this year, half next fiscal year.
Is it just
So we
for-
could do that.
Is it external or internal improvements?
No,
or
it's
both?
external. Did you not print it off? Oh, right, here it is, here it is. Yeah, $4,870.80.
What is it?
50.
For like what kind?
Obviously it was for painting, cause she
Yeah,
had
it's
that
for
done
painting.
already, that's quite a bit of painting, two-story building.
We have what was on the application, and it hasn't specified on that what the actual work was.
She sent me, I got something on here.
Wait, it's in there, thing.
Certain items, I didn't go through it, but
Exterior painting, lighting, signage.
Yeah.
Okay, here's, okay,
Applications in that red folder above my file cabinet.
yeah, it's on.
You wanna grab it?
Well, she's got it
It's on.
right here.
yeah, but I was thinking, was there more to it? I was thinking,
Exterior painting, lighting,
Okay.
signage, and packaging.
no, I guess there's no, I just thought that there was.
Well, cause it says on here, they're actually only eligible for $2,500,
See,
program
that's
maximum.
right, yeah,
So,
But that says for facade's only half of it.
half of it, exactly. But she was doing all this other stuff.
so can we go above 2,500?
We can, yes.
Didn't we do away with the facade in our budget?
No, we did along a way with the line item, but we changed it to where it goes to
Oh,
tip
assistant.
project, projects or something like that.
I think it still just says assistance.
Assistants, that'd not be tip assistants, so,
But we didn't put anything in the facade this
yeah,
year.
cause we just got rid of that line item, but it's. So it's whatever you guys,
This still says, even on the second page, it says after completion of the project, the grant recipient will complete the included reimbursement form, submit evidence. Upon review and verification, payment can be considered for disbursement in an amount equal to 50% of the total cost, not to exceed $2,500. So $2,500 is the most we can do this year, but I don't know
I
that
did tell
you-
her that.
But I don't know that you can bring back the
Yeah,
same.
double dip it.
Yeah, you
Well,
can't
the reason
bring
I
it
say
back
that,
next year.
well, but
Well, I
the
think
brewery
this
is
is still
doing,
talking.
the brewery is getting a TIF project like that. We paid their property taxes.
Well, but that's, the property taxes come every year.
Well, yeah, I
We pay it
know,
every
I know.
year. This is, once she does the work,
Yeah.
But I think this is still for the facade part of it, and that's not all of her work is.
see,
Did
that's
you
what-
read up the front, paragraph above it?
Yeah,
Agreement grant, agreement, that's for the agreement for that.
Let me see if there's anything on my other phone.
Cause it can't be, because we gave, who was it that we just gave $4,800 to in the last year or two? Somebody that did some work, was that Billy Blades, or who was it?
I mean, that might be
No, it was,
On far,
Barnes,
yes.
Barnes, we just gave Barnes $4,800 for work he's done.
Yeah.
So I know it can't be just $2,500.
yeah, I think it's just the facade work.
Yeah, I think it is too.
So she would have to, when she does a reimbursement, she would have to submit 2 separate reimbursements, one for the actual facade
Facade.
work, and then one for the other part, because technically, she may actually be able to get more covered by splitting them out, because the facade is a separate program, so she's applying for help with the facade on one
But we
part.
put it into one now, we don't have two.
Yeah, we did one line item.
We only have one line, we don't
one
have
line item.
separate.
The
We got
facade
rid of
line,
the facade
yeah.
part.
We just called it TIF assistant, because, well, at the time, nobody was taking advantage of it,
Yeah,
so that's why we did it.
figures, if we get rid of it, then somebody.
No, I know.
else.
But it's all the
That's fine.
same, it all came out of the same line item, so
That's fine.
it's,
It's all same money.
Just leave it.
so where are we at on it? Are you at the 5,000 then?
Yes.
You're gonna have
48?
to-
Or
Not to exceed or whatever.
not to exceed 5,000?
Are you okay with that?
Yes, yes.
Ross? you
Yeah.
Renee does a
cool with
good
that?
job, she's trying to do a
She
lot.
does, and
She
she's
does a good
trying.
job.
She
No, I
always tries to
agree.
keep it looking nice.
Yes, she does.
Inside and out.
I just don't want, I always try to, I always try to make sure
Oh,
that it's
I know,
figured
Gary.
out before she does all the work, and then all of a sudden they're like, oh yeah, by the way, sorry, 3,000, that's not covered.
Covered.
I'd
Not
rather make
because of
sure,
shooting, we don't wanna do
yeah,
that.
I wanna make
No.
sure the ducks are in a row before we do that. Motion to approve the quote for sidewalks, that's also in the packets here.
It is, and so
Yeah.
Hutchins is the one that came in at 27,000, I think.
$500 less.
Yeah. We will pay, talking to Darren, we will pay for the sidewalk from Casey's, will be out of will be out of the ARPA money.
Okay.
So we're doing
All
that.
of the rest of it come out of.
The rest of it will
streets.
come out of the streets budget.
Streets. Okay.
Yeah, so we probably will have to do 2 separate votes.
Since this was such a big total amount, $28,000, shouldn't this been a sealed bid?
No, and I'm glad you asked, so I wanna forward you an email, cause I asked the attorney about that. And no, it is not, we get bids, but they are not to be sealed. And because something was said to Ricky, and it made its way back here, and so that's the reason why I asked the attorney. And I will read what he says. He goes, first off, you asked whether you need to put your sidewalk repair project out for bids. You indicated that you have solicited proposals from 2 companies and they are in the $28,000 range, but apparently one of them or someone is asking of that bid is complaining. What we discussed is since the public improvement work is for more than $28,000, the statute requires that it be preceded by advertisement for bids and must go to the lowest qualified. However, statute excuses the bid requirement if the proposed contract is authorized by a vote of 2/3 of all the aldermen or trustees holding office. So the contract will be put to a vote at the next council meeting. If 2/3 of the council members vote to authorize it, you can dispense with the bidding. So no.
Alright. So, the next couple are in red, is there a reason?
Well, because I don't think we're gonna have those ready.
Okay. So they're just.
So we'll send those to October.
Okay.
Are you getting that from Mark then, you think? You won't have ready?
Stephen.
That'll be Stephen, the
Oh,
attorney,
okay.
writing up those ordinances.
Oh, okay.
Motion to approve the purchase of a hydrant not to exceed 5,000.
We have it right here. We talked about it at water.
Oh, okay.
So we just did not have the cost
Okay.
Oh, okay.
on it.
Where's that at, the hydrant?
And that's using ARPA too,
Yeah,
right?
it is using the ARPA money, 5,000.
I don't know that ARPA's got, or they've got much money left.
Did you ever get?
Yeah, I did, I sent it to
You
you.
sent it to him. They got 5,000.
I'll have to look, I don't know exactly, but I did send it to him. But I thought he was wanting to use it for something else. No, on
No,
hydrant, it
it
was just on
says-
hydrants,
It
okay.
was just on the hydrant.
Is this up for a new, to put in a new
No,
one
it's
or
put in a
replace
new.
it?
It's replaced an old one that's been broken. I don't remember where it's
Okay,
at.
that's alright.
Seems like it was Samuel Street or
Yeah, it
something
does
like
seem
that.
like it's Samuel. It's in the water minutes.
I can't
It'd
remember
be in your
where I
packet.
but I remember him saying Samuel.
Uh-huh.
Alright, motion to approve $15,000 for the 120 water for development of service line material inventory from the lead service grant. Okay.
Yeah, this is paid for through. We got a grant, so it's paid for. So just so we had approved.
Okay.
We got
That's this
30,000
packet
on
here.
a lead service line
Yes.
grant.
Mm-hmm.
That's
How
what
much?
this-
30,000.
Wow.
Not taken, that's what this is.
Yes.
Okay, so it's all inside. Motion to approve an ordinance adopting and approving an amended assumption tax increment financing redevelopment plan and related redevelopment projects for the proposed amended redevelopment good.
That's a mouthful.
Yeah, it's a mouthful that they make us
Who
required to
wrote
do.
this?
Keith Moran. Oh, not Keith Moran. James.
These are the final three.
Final three. Yeah, he did all
Ordinances
final
for
three.
the amendment.
Yeah.
So
that
what
tip stuff.
exactly is, so what's this one? What's the short version of what this is?
So this is actually putting in place the new TIF district
The
and the
big packet
redevelopment
we
plan.
had,
So we don't need the first two, these two?
No,
before we
because
do
all
that?
that they're doing is creating the ordinance for creating the subdivision.
Okay,
And then the other one was those covenant agreements.
okay. So what's this one approving?
This one is actually approving of the proposed redevelopment plan creating the TIF district.
Okay.
You know, what we've all, how that goes, the packets and those meetings on. This is the final thing that we have to do.
Motion to approve ordinance adding additional parcels of property to the Assumption TIF redevelopment
So
project.
then this is
area.
putting in the parcels of land for
Okay.
it.
Now, this is
It's a
Mark.
lot.
Is Mark?
No,
Or
this
No,
this
is
is still
Moreno's.
Steve?
This is all Moran
This
and
is all
Associates.
Moreno.
Oh, Moreno,
Yes.
okay. I'm sorry, you just.
Mm-hmm. All these, but and we have to do it in this order, first, second, and third.
Okay.
Um,
To adopt redevelopment.
Yeah, motion to approve ordinance adopting the TIF amended redevelopment project area. So is this basically your final vote?
The final vote,
So once we do this,
it's done.
It goes to the courthouse.
Goes to the courthouse.
do we have the final numbers as what the loans was gonna be yet?
No.
So we're
Well, I
voting.
mean, you guys didn't wanna do it, or until we got the cost of the bids, cause see how much it's gonna cost for the infrastructure, that's what Mark is working on.
Yeah.
So once we have that, then we'll do it.
Shouldn't we have those before you create the neighborhood?
Well, all we're doing is putting this into the TIF, whether we create it or not, it's still gonna be in the TIF district.
So there's still another final vote.
Yeah, so
No,
this
there's
is-
not no, this is it.
I mean, this
Yeah.
is for TIF, but I meant another final vote to build.
To buy the land.
To buy it and
the
build.
land, cause we will still have to do that.
Okay, that's
Yes.
what I.
That's what I
Okay,
think he
I'm
was
sorry,
confused
okay, I was
on,
thinking
because
of a different way.
He was thinking
'Cause-
there's final vote for the total thing, and we're gonna start break ground.
No, we
Okay.
still have to buy it.
So
It was-
this is just-
Cause you wanted it, cause everybody wanted it to where it was all put into the TIF, not that we buy the land in case it didn't happen.
Right,
So yes.
okay. Alright, that's what I was asking.
Okay, now I'm sorry.
That's fine. Motion to approve the invoices, these will, we don't
Yeah.
need to go through all these. And then the last three are all the discussion stuff on the projects. Alright,
That's all I have. Like I said, we might take off those ordinance for the Baxmeyer and the covenant provision. We'll wait and see what. Steven's on vacation this week.
do you, since Monday's Labor Day, as far as warrant sheets, should we just wait and plan on doing them Wednesday, or do you think they'll be done Tuesday?
I
or-
already gave him most of them.
Yeah, I got stuff to sign.
So they'll be done Sunday.
Oh, okay.
They should be done Sunday.
I always like to ask, cause I don't,
I mean, I am taking a 4-day weekend, but I'm hoping to have it done Sunday.
that's fine.
Is the meeting at 7 Wednesday night?
Yes.
Yes.
We don't have anything for
Yeah,
our.
nothing
there's
before,
no-
knock on wood.
No pre-ones. Alright, if there's nothing else, we'll go ahead and.
I've
close
got
the
a
meeting.
question real quick.
Oh, go ahead.
Just so what did you guys decide on putting this liquor? Are you gonna put it on the agenda?
It's gonna be on the agenda. I'll have the attorney write up an ordinance, and if we need to amend it or anything, we're changing it to 18, from 21 to 18.
So I got a couple of questions on it, like what are the requirements gonna be, and is the city gonna pay the fee for the attorney? I mean, if these businesses are asking for it, can they pitch in on some of this?
Well, no. I mean, it's just the cost of us doing business. I mean, it's like a law
But what kind of
change.
stipulations is it for these?
Well,
like you said,
know what?
is it
We'll have to
gonna-
ask them. I mean, I told Renee. I mean, when I told her, and she kind of, I told her you got to really police it. Is what
Well,
I
I
did
thought
because
I
that's what I
read
told
is
her.
they have to go through that Bassett training.
Yeah.
It sounds like that's a requirement.
It
So
might be.
I think
I
we
think
need to know,
I think that's.
And-
a requirement
That's
for-
something we need to bring up.
and the businesses need to be responsible, and who's gonna
Mhm.
police that they're putting these people through this training, and who's paying for the training. I
Yeah,
know
it'd
it
be
would be
them. They will
I
have
know it would be
to.
the businesses,
Mhm.
but I think we need some more information on it. And
Well, I'll put it on, and I will send I'll tell every
Give
single
you
person that
time
has a
to
liquor
come
license to come and talk about
Talk
it.
about
I was gonna say, before.
Because like I
we-
said, it's just been the Naughty Pine and 1905 is the only ones that came to me.
Can we put it on the agenda as a discussion topic and not have the attorney write anything up
We can.
until we can have everybody talk about it and then,
We can.
Then do the
we can
ordinance
do
based
that.
off
Do it.
Save a little bit of
vote.
money.
yeah, I would rather.
No, I mean, even if you have to, okay, so you don't want it, in case it has to be amended twice or something.
Yeah,
I see
well,
what
I
you're
would
saying.
rather talk about it, cause it may end up being, we have him write all this up and then once we actually get everybody involved, talk about it and everything,
Mhm.
and it fails, then we wasted $700 having him write up an ordinance for something that we really hadn't talked about.
Yeah, we can do that.
Well, and I think the
I-
businesses should at least bring something to the table.
Well, we
on
can up
what-
their liquor license.
on
we
what
can
their
do that,
proposals,
folks. Up their
uh,
liquor license fee.
to
I mean, they all
cover.
come in here complaining, so
Well,
How much is their liquor license now?
$135 a month,
Quarterly.
quarterly.
$135 a quarter, now that might be something to.
well, and I,
Just remember when we looked at gaming, what
oh
happened.
my lord.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Yep. So
Well,
give you a heads up.
but that was just,
Mhm.
but we were gonna raise that because the state.
Well, the
raised it
state's
where
told
could
them
do
we
it.
could. Yeah.
If we if they come to us and they want extra stuff done and we raise a
Mhm.
little bit, that's different, but it's not gonna get policed any differently. So,
No.
I just want to make sure that if it's required, do they understand that it's required that these servers have to go through the way I read it, it looked like all
It
alcohol servers, 21,
You do.
even 21 have to
Everybody
go
has
through
to.
this training.
Because
Yeah.
even when
It's
I worked at
required.
Freedom many moons ago, 10, 11 years ago, I had to go through it.
And
And
I'm,
it
maybe
really wasn't training. You just get on the computer and take a test.
you have
Yeah.
to, like, so if
Now I
you
don't know if it's
pour-
different for 18, but that's
Yeah,
what we
I
had to
don't
do for
know.
Freedom.
So like if you guest pour beer, say for one of the breweries, you have to have that completion. Certified, so, yeah, so the age part of it won't have, I'm curious, and I'll touch base with Christian County
Okay.
and see what their underage server requirements, I'm
That's
curious to what the county,
Yeah, I don't.
they
know.
may already have something in place that polices this and we can just mirror theirs.
Well, the
So
brewery,
we'll do it for discussion.
the brewery closes at 10. See, I'm just back to the
And the-
18-year-old still closing up at 1 o'clock in the morning. You know, I understand where Renee's coming from, would be needed for food and helping with dishwashing and stuff like that. I would say by 9 o'clock, the biggest part is done. You know, the brewery closes at 10.
Well, the brewery closes at 10, but everybody goes to the naughty.
Right, and I don't think that they should still be in there at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah,
Well, like I
The
said, we'll bring it
only
for
thing is that
discussion. We'll do it
To
for
be utilized for
discussion.
help, I understand,
I agree with,
but
agree
I
with you
just
on
don't
that.
think, I don't think it's a good thing.
I think maybe even, maybe 10 o'clock on weekends that they could work till 10.
I mean, like Renee's open on Sundays at noon and Saturdays and stuff, like when the
Mhm.
farmer's market's going on, I'm sure in the
Yeah.
afternoon, you wanna
Yeah.
stop in for a sandwich after that or something, I understand having help.
Mm-hmm.
It's daylight and people aren't heavily drinking, not usually, in the afternoon.
No, but I am definitely open to doing it.
Yeah.
Doing it and then putting stipulations like, not after 10 o'clock or.
Well, that's what we can ask them, say.
Yeah, we can
okay,
definitely.
while you're all here, what time
What
do
times do you
you
want?
really think that you're gonna
Okay.
use this?
Yeah, I think that'd be good, I'd let them be here.
Pass the message along to
And
you.
then answer like Candy's questions too,
Yes.
we'll probably think up more questions. for
Yeah,
them.
you've got a week and a half.
There you go.
And if Brian has any questions too, maybe
Brian,
he can.
yes.
That's exactly right.
Brian's
Well,
the one that
Brian
Brian's
he was like, okay, but he was also, like I said, hesitant about one place, so. So we'll go from there.
Yeah.
That's all I
Okay,
have.
well,
Well, alright, we're adjourned.
thank you.
Well, that was a long